will begin his 2022-2023 campaign. First pitch is grounded to second base. Easy play for Cruz and one out in the top half of the first inning. Robbie Glendinning at short, Ryan Dale at third base. And J.D. Osborne receives the 1-2, wave and a miss, strike three.
That's exactly what the Aces wanted today. Hey, walk-off win in Game 1, come right back. Game 2 of the series, I should say, come right back in Game 3. And I got to imagine Lee Byung, Lee, the manager of the squad.
1-2. Slider called, strike three. Dan McGrath sets down Geelong in order. And 14 strikeouts. Aaron Whitefield swinging at the first pitch and sending a high one deep into right field. But an easy play for Yu-Sung Pin. First out on the first pitch at the bottom of the first.
The Aces and Dan McGrath mowed him down 1-2-3. Take a look at the replay. A good swing, sending it to the right center gap with authority from Whitefield.
Into right field for a single. And that one is hammered down the right field line. That's going to drop. Chris Burke heading towards second base, turning on the Jets. Song Pin's throw will be offline and not in time as Chris Burke slides in head first with a one-out double in the bottom of the first inning. So Burke technically 2 for 2 today, but it's one in the last game and now 1 for 1 to start off.
The lineup this season, Whitefield and Glendinning.
That one's hit on the ground to short. Burke will advance easily to third base, and Glendinning 13th. And now a big reason that the Aces won that game, Darryl George walking up to the plate as we take a look at that ground out. 0-2, 2 outs, and a runner on third base for the Aces. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that ends the first inning. Now, maybe the most dangerous man on the field in Song Chan-oi. That's why. Hard hit ball, but right at the left fielder, and Chris Burke makes the one-handed grab for the first out. Reached on an error, finished 1 for 4 with a strikeout in the first game of the season. This one's grounded right to George. He'll tag the bag. Out number 2.
And luckily for the Aces, they've got enough lefties. A couple in the rotation, a couple in the pen.
Oh, that one he got a hold of. In and out slider from McGrath. Turned into an opposite field base hit for Kim So Kwon.
You know, lefty comes up, slider low and away, swing and a miss. Weakly hit ground ball.
A pitch like I'm going to be doing after the game. High fly ball out to center field from Park Jung-hyun. Easy play for Willis as he eases back and makes the one-handed grab. Close to scoring the winning run last night as he wraps the 1-0 pitch to first base. Slow roller, easy play for Kim So Kwon, one away.
And it didn't impact the game at all. They were pretty much flawless defensively other than that.
1-2 pitch, hit on the ground to second. Kim Ju-song over to first. 2 outs. 2-way for Aiden Willis, who swings at the first pitch, sends one into right field. Going back to the warning track is Yu-Sung Pin off the wall. Willis turns on the Jets, but he'll stop at second with a 2-out double. A high arcing fly ball. 1-2. Swing and a miss, and a strikeout ends the inning once again. Flynn was working it yesterday, and McGrath picking up right where the big man left off.
0-2, swing and a miss. 3 punch-outs for Dan McGrath. He's locked in.
His first game catching, you wouldn't be able to tell. He's setting up his spots, and McGrath is hitting him. And look at that.
2-2. In on the hands, popped out to second. Couple steps back for Jared Cruz, has the sunglasses on out there. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the third. Everything else pretty weakly hit. Couple ground outs, a pop out. Dan looking for his second 1-2-3 inning, and it looks like he'll have it here. George, a foot race to the bag, takes it himself. A 1-2-3 top of the third for McGrath. I'll have to talk to Matt O'Neill about that walk-off homer, see how he felt after that. Sure, he'll be getting some love at the meet and greet for sure.
Pretty good one.
Jared Cruz played a big role in the Game 2 win in this series. A couple of hits last night. Probably would have been stopped 2 innings earlier. Cruz down on strikes to start the third.
Something that we've seen a lot of from Geelong-Korea's starters. Right there, a breaking ball that just kept diving in on the hands of Jared Cruz, who has been very consistent in terms of contact hitting for Melbourne so far.
back to the top. Here's Whitefield. Flew out to right his first time up. Swings at the first pitch once again. Fouls one back.
And when he gets contact, when he gets bat on ball, it's good contact.
3-1. Ground ball to the left side. Handled by Park. Over to Kim at the bag. Nice stretch there. Whitefield retired for out number 2.
But solid bit of the barrel on it. Just happened to roll it right to Park Jung-hyun at third base.
2 gone and no one on. Here's Chris Burke. Doubled. Got that rally started. Eventually led to 5 runs for the Aces and a walk-off win. Burke takes a strike here. It's 0-1.
Yeah, the 6th inning yesterday was the earliest the Aces have scored in 2 different games in his 2 at-bats today.
Hard hit ground ball to second. Handled by Kim over to Kim. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. First 1-2-3 frame of the day for Jung. And we are still scoreless through 3 full.
We'll see one coming up next in Jung Jin Hyuk. But 2 righties against the southpaw starter.
First pitch of the inning is a fastball in the outer half, over for a strike, and 35 wins, an average of 5 a year. Slowly hit grounder to third. Dale comes up on it, over to first. 5-3 putout starts the 4th.
For Ryan Dale there, kind of a slow chopper that bounced right in front of home plate. Having to make that throw on the run. Against left-handed pitchers, doesn't seem like they have a shot. That one single from Kim So-kwon was on a slider, but other than that, it's just been ugly swings.
Next pitch from McGrath, swing and a miss. Nasty slider diving down and in. 4 punch-outs from McGrath. He has out number 2 in the 4th. 0 for 2 with a couple of whiffs. Here's Song Chan Oi, the designated hitter, and the hottest hitter in this GK lineup.
As Song has, you're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Next one to Song is over for a strike, 1-2.
And it seems like Song is really waiting on that pitches.
Good crowd on hand again today for some Sunday afternoon ball. Slider sent in the air, shallow right center. Who wants it? Robson takes charge, makes the grab on the run.
These are all guys who hit over 300 in the last ABL season.
Glendinning takes a first pitch breaker, over for a strike. It's 0-1. Might be.
It's a thinker.
Might be. 2 balls and a strike on Glendinning. Fastball sent in the air, shallow right, off the other bat. It's down for a base hit. Glendinning has his 2nd hit in as many days.
Wyatt grabbed us some stuff from the food trucks. We've been begging him, but he just wants to keep all that for himself. But Robbie Glendinning is eating as well. A couple of big, now that Aaron Whitefield is here, him not being in the leadoff spot, Darryl George will be 3-4 all year long because if he connects with the ball.
Early and often last night. Chopper down the third base line, foul. Glendinning will head back to first.
And you see some guys that might be able to go even further than that.
George drills one out to deep left center field. This one has a chance. That ball's gone. Fire me up, Darryl George. A 2-run shot, and the Aces take an early lead. 2nd home run in as many days. Darryl George gets the barrel on it once again. This time goes over the left center field wall. And it's the Aces 2, GK nothing in the bottom of the 4th. I'm on play-by-play. Darryl George hits.
I'm all right with it.
Yeah, it looked like he got a hanging slider there. And you don't want to leave that one in front of the plate for Darryl George.
Yeah, if you're going to miss on Darryl George, miss low over the plate, he will punish you.
Robson skies one in the air, deep left center field. Jung did not get a good read on it, and that one sails over the wall. Back-to-back home runs for the Aces on 2 consecutive pitches. Fire me up, Jacob Robson. Well, the long ball is a theme tonight.
Osborne really taking that for a ride as we look at this Robson home run again. That was a good pitch from Jung Ji Hwang. High outside corner. Robson just barreled up. Just the more you watch that one fly, the longer you thought it would go.
Osborne, first pitch swinger, sends one to deep left. A nice grab over his head. Park in deep left to make the grab. Well, Robson stayed aggressive, swung at that first pitch again. That's a nice poke out there to straightaway center. And Darryl George's was no cheap shot either. Here's Aiden Willis. He went off the right field wall his first time up. Swings at a breaking ball.
It's hard to believe this is their first in-game lead of the season.
Willis, a hard hit ground ball to third. Park over to Kim, 5-3 for out number 2 in the inning. Second time through the order against Jung. Swing and a miss from Ryan Dale. Looks like Darryl George's home run traveled 402 feet, and Jacob Robson's went 381. And Dale's grounder ends the inning. Nice play there. Some good glove work from the left side of the GK infield, but it comes after the Aces put 3 on the scoreboard.
That slider is looking great, and he's got a couple of lefties coming up this inning. 4 strikeouts as the first pitch of the top of the 5th is skied up right behind the pitcher's mound. And the first pitch, check swing right back to McGrath. Fields it on a bounce, underhand flip, 2 outs.
That's Dan McGrath helping him.
Back at the end of the second. Another one skying out to center field. We could see a 3-pitch inning. Couple steps in front of the track. Aiden Willens secures it. 3 pitches, 3 outs for Geelong-Korea. Here's the first pitch of the bottom half of the 5th inning. A fastball dots the outside corner for a called strike. And that one's cracked into right field. Yu-Sung Pin giving chase, making the one-handed catch on the track for out number 1. And Whitefield now ahead in the count 1-0. 0 for 2 today. Still looking for his first hit as an ace as the fastball catches the outside corner, count 1-1. That one is hit high in the air out to shallow center field. Keeps carrying back towards the track, and a one-handed grab from Jung Jin Hyuk. 2 away in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here at Melbourne Ballpark, you can see the flags all blowing towards right around where that ball was hit. And Jung Jin Hyuk with 2 away here in the 5th. First pitch over the heart of the plate, called strike. 5 hits for Melbourne, 1 for Geelong. As Burke slices this one foul, that's going to land in front of the Cyclone tool shed. 0-2 count to Burke. Here's the pitch. Out in front of a pitch, popped up into second base. Easy play, 1-2-3 inning for Geelong-Korea. In each of the previous 2 games, now getting his first start of the year. 1-0. Slider goes inside and out and fouled away. Count evens at 1-1. Truly an excellent start for a long-time Aces hurler. A nasty-looking slider, but it settled in on the inside corner to make it 1-2. Waving a whiff, strike 3. And the pitch. Another slider, this one grounded to third. Nice play by Dale, who spins and fires to get the second out. 0 for 2 today, though. 2 groundouts to second and first. That one is hit up the middle, and that is going to bounce to the second baseman. High throw pulls George off the bag. Last night's win went to Jeremy Young as a pickoff attempt to first in time. Dan McGrath building his way towards a victory. Waste no time erasing the first Geelong base runner in 4 innings. Another massive acquisition by this Melbourne team. 2 of the best hitters who weren't on Melbourne after that last championship season. Now it's a 2-1 count to Glendinning. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Count evens at 2-2. Oh-Yoon Sung, a slow stretch, but he deals. Tipped into the glove, and it's a strikeout for Robbie Glendinning. Form first K of the day for Oh-Yoon Sung.
Now batting the man who hit the 2-run.
Yeah, he's hitting with a cricket bat right now. And there's another reason why. Hard hit ball into left field. A single, 2 hits in the game in each of his first 2 games of this season. Darryl George last season.
Jacob Robson.
I mean, this guy just rakes. I mean, some guys just hit at every level they play at. Doesn't matter where you put them, they're going to hit. You can be a 300 hitter.
3 strikeouts in 1 inning of work. That's wrapped foul. Might have grazed the back of his calf. 6-2 in that category. Robson ropes one into right field, and a second straight hit for him. George carries himself around second base, and Robson slides in safely with a double.
Turnaround first. The play was happening in front of him, so he saw it unfolding, and he knew he could get to second. He had to make the right fielder, make a strong throw. It was actually the center fielder, John.
Now 2 on in scoring position, and the infield pushed in for Osborne, who ropes one into left field. Could it go? See ya! Jacob J.D. Osborne. 3-run bomb down the left field line, and it's 6-0 Aces pouring it on here in Game 3.
Ball flies out of this yard here at Melbourne Ballpark. That one just snuck over the 300 sign right down the left field line, kept it fair.
Aiden Willis in his second start, as we take a look again at that J.D. Osborne homer. Here's Aiden Willis, who skips one foul. That hits off the roof, rolls down the netting. Another 3 runs coming up for the Aces, all off the homer. Swing and a miss. Willis makes the count 2-2. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. Willis scampering over to first base, but 2-3. Pulled the first baseman off the bag. Kim So-Kwan steps on it, second K of the inning. And that was a pretty close call. The speed of Aiden Willis makes Park Sang unrush a bit on that strikeout, but just enough. Close enough. Comes up with 2 outs in the frame. Quickly wrapped on the ground to short. Fielded by Kim over to first, and that ends the inning. But not before the Aces get themselves ahead even more.
6-0, 6 runs on 8 hits for the Aces. And the lefty McGrath is throwing shutout baseball, just 2 hits allowed, both singles. The 3 home runs for the Aces, a 2-run shot from Darryl George, a solo shot from Jacob Robson. Those 2 went back-to-back on consecutive pitches. And 6 runs all off the homer for the Aces. Ground ball out to short. Glendining's there. And Kim is retired to start the 7th. Well, the afternoon is over for John Jin Hyuk. 0 for 2 with a couple strikeouts. Now the pinch hitter pops one out of play, foul. Side in order in the next 3 innings. And then the 2-out base hit in the 6th. And McGrath, the best of the 3 so far, 6 2/3 innings of shutout baseball in just 2 games in the series. That's Song. He hasn't done anything at all today. In on the hands, grounder to short, backhanded by Glendinning. Nice throw across his body. Robbie Glendinning flashing the leather and the arm. Another 1-2-3 inning for Dan McGrath. But before that, the Aces got the scoring started in the bottom of the 4th. Darryl George, a 2-run shot over the left center field wall. The rest of the way, unless he runs into some trouble. Pitch over for a called strike on Jared Cruz, the 9-hole hitter.
And 2 hits allowed through 7 innings. Not too shabby.
62 pitches through 7 innings, less than 10 pitches per inning. 3-2 pitch coming to Jared Cruz. Fly ball center field. A few steps back into the gap for Jong. He's there to make the grab. That's the first out of the 7th. Back to the top of the order. Whitefield, another shot. Next pitch to him. Inside out swing. He flips it foul out of play to the right side. He's down 0-2. Aces shut out in Game 1 on Friday night. They did not score until the 6th inning last night. And no outs later. They walked it off. 5 runs on the board in the bottom of the 13th to take Game 2, even up the series at a game apiece. He's now 0 for 4 to the 2-hole hitter, Chris Burke.
For the most part, they have today.
Bake looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Lee Byung-kyu, the manager for GK, left his starter Jung out there as long as he did.
I'm not really. I mean, 4 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs. That's not too bad a day.
Burke chases down and in, and he comes up empty. A punch out for Baek Dong-woon, 2 in the inning for him. Retires the side in order, and we are through 7 full at Melbourne Ballpark. Bottom of the 13th today. And now 3 home runs for the Aces in this Game 3. They lead at 6-0.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell which is more the story of this game, or Dan McGrath just shoving it down the throats of Geelong, and that slider once again.
5 strikeouts from McGrath. He's pitched to contact really well. And he gets another punch. Oh, no. Wow.
What has otherwise been an outstanding showing.
Walk-free baseball, broadcaster's dream, Josh. Pitch clock back in the States in minor league ball. Big fan of that. Swing and a miss. Good fastball in the outer half.
These guys really seem to have adjusted that you don't see a lot of dilly-dallying in between pitches.
Nasty breaking ball, diving down and away from Kim Saw Kwan. He's down on strikes.
But, I mean, just look at the movement on this slider. It begins.
It's the only 2 plays Aiden Willis has made all night. The outfielders haven't been too busy today.
Limited hard contact to almost none. Just a dominant performance.
Fly ball to center, and for the 3rd time in this game, Park sends one out, and it finds Aiden Willis's glove. You get a little bit of sleep last night?
I don't sleep.
You just stayed up?
I just wake up, stay ready. Just kind of wired on just how fun that game was and anticipating I didn't really anticipate a walk-off grand slam, but just getting excited for.
That wasn't going to happen last night, though. Swing and a miss. Another punch-out for Dan McGrath. 7 strikeouts for the left-hander through 8 shutout innings.
It's just, as you said, it's been all aces, and they have really delivered for the fans here on this Sunday afternoon.
Robbie Glendinning sends one in the air down the right field line at a play foul. See if Robbie can get in on the homer party and add a Glendinger to the line score. Hard hit ball to short on one hop. Kim has it. And when Robbie was there with the Pirates AA team, when I was with the team as well in 2019, it's got a ring to it.
I like it.
Now batting first base.
Was that a Garrett Mansfield?
Struck out in the first, but a 2-run homer in the 4th and a single in the 6th. He scored 2 of the 6 runs. Swings at the first pitch, sends one to short. Easy play for Kim. He's been busy in the inning. And 5 runs scored. George, a homer and a single. Robson, a homer and a double. And J.D. Osborne, who's on deck, a homer as well.
Pretty literal naming. 5 and 6, you want just more power guys to keep that going. And that's exactly what the 4, 5, 6 guys, Darryl George, Jacob Robson.
In game number 3 of the series. And, of course, it helps when your starter goes 8 shutout frames and he's got a chance to come back out for the 9th. And we will see if McGrath comes back out for the 9th. Robson down on strikes, a 1-2-3 frame for Baek Dong Woon. And the inning is over.
3 outs away from putting a 2nd consecutive win in the column for Melbourne. Pitched 6 2/3 innings in the KBO as he takes a called strike 2.
Love seeing those two-way players. I mean, you look at what Shohei Ohtani's doing in the big leagues right now. I think he's really inspiring baseball players across the globe to say, hey, I can do this at a high level.
Actually, 2 straight leadoff walks from McGrath. It looks like a clean bullpen for the Aces, though. As this one into second base. Flip to short, on to first, double play.
Double play.
He'll be the 9th player, it'll be the 9th time in Aces history that a pitcher goes all 9.
And that one lobbed into center field, bounces just before Aiden Willis. So a 2-out base hit.
Dive for that and see it go all the way to the wall.
And Soho Chal fouls one off down the right field line.
McGrath looking to become the 6th Aces pitcher to throw a complete game shutout as well.
This might be it. Barehanded by Dale down the third base line. Pulled off Darryl George. 100. As there's the fastball right down the money. 1-1 the count. And McGrath and the Aces 2 strikes away. 2 on and 2 out. Here's the pitch. That one is launched high in the air, deep into left center field, and there goes the shutout. Sung Chan Oi, 3 games, 3 home runs, and Melbourne's lead is cut in half. 6-3, and a crooked number in the 9th inning ends a potential complete game shutout. And now the base is empty with 2 outs for Park Joo-hong and Geelong. McGrath will still try to finish this one. You just meet an immovable object, really. Chan Oi has been fantastic. Park sends this one deep into right field. Leaping catch at the wall! And what a way to end it. Chris Burke a spectacular grab, and that will do it.
Your Melbourne Aces.
A complete game for Dan McGrath.